Hi guys, Sandra Leming here again, and I'm here to do video 3 of the Aweber plugin. So, we started at the beginning and, we imported our email campaign that we want to use in conjunction with our opt-in form, which we also built in Aweber. So we've done that part. Now we need to install Aweber on our website so we can make use of those great opt-in forms that we've built on Aweber. So what we do is we come into Dashboard. So we're in the dashboard of our website and we're going to install the plugin in here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go back to here. I'm going to close that website link there. Okay, so I've got plenty of internet space. So I need to go into plugins. I need to go to add new, right? So I'm on the plugin page here. So I've clicked on plugins and here's my installed plugins. So now I need to go to add new at the top here or add new on the left. So this is the WordPress admin panel. So I can click on add new on the WordPress admin panel, or I can click on add new on top of the installed plugins page. Either or, it doesn't matter. They're both the same. They both give you the same result. And that's something to start to pay attention to and get to notice with Aweber, with WordPress. WordPress there's patterns in WordPress. Now, you may not be any good at recognizing patterns. Some brains recognize patterns, other brains don't, right? That's just the way it is. But with WordPress, it's very repetitious. It has patterns. So there's generally always usually 2 ways to do things in WordPress. So just keep an eye on that and always remember that over here on the left, this black panel here, this is your WordPress admin panel. Okay, so now we're going to search for a plugin. So we're going to go into search. We're on the add new plugins page just here. We can tell because it says add plugins, upload plugins, and we've got all of these plugins here. We're going to go up here to where it says search plugins. We're going to click in search plugins box. We're going to go Aweber. Then we're just going to let it do its job. We're not going to do anything else, just one word, Aweber. And then all of these opt-in forms will pop up, okay? Now, you can use any one of these, but for Aweber, these will be classified as third-party plugins anyway. What we want is we want the Aweber for WordPress. Here it is. Aweber for WordPress plugin. Here it is here. It was last updated 3 weeks ago. It's compatible with the DBL site builder version of the that you're using, the Astra theme. Remember how I showed you it was an Astra theme? So it's compatible with this website that we're building. Now, it only has 2 stars, but that's because it's only had 18 reviews and there's only 10,000 active installations. Now, you can't look at that and go, oh, it doesn't have many installations, all right? Because Aweber is a email marketing software, but it's not the only email marketing software. There are hundreds of others. There's First Contact, there's MailChimp, just to name a couple of them. There's a few others as well. And they all, they all do their own email marketing programs. They all have their own prices. They all have their own plugins and so forth. Okay. So only the people who are using Aweber, who want to make life easy and use a plugin, will use the Aweber plugin. Because you don't need the Aweber plugin. You can actually get the code for your forms and directly paste that code into your website and have your form on your website. But that's a little bit more technical. This will make it easy for beginners to understand, okay? So we're going to install now. And then we're going to click Activate. Now, I've already installed this plugin once before. You probably would have seen it in one of the earlier website building tutorials that I did when I was actually first setting up the website, and I was showing you what plugins I like to set up on my website. So you'll probably see it there, but that's okay. We'll just run with this here. So basically I had the plugin installed, I had it set up, so I've uninstalled it, removed it, and I'm sort of hoping that it will mimic the same behavior as if I'd installed it for the first time. Okay, so there we go. So it's installed it here, and it's activated Aweber for WordPress. So then if you don't, what you need to do is you need to come over to the WordPress admin panel. You need to scroll down. You're looking for Aweber, okay? If you don't see Aweber there, you'll need to refresh the page up here, right? Reload, refresh, whatever that says. Just refresh the page, and once you refresh the page and come back, you should find Aweber on your page here. You'll want to click on Settings. And what you're going to do is you're going to marry your website with your Aweber Dashboard, okay? And once you've married them together, Aweber can send better signals to your website, it can recognize your website, and it can authorize your website, and it knows that that's a safe connection. So to get started, you just click Get Started, and it's going to open up a page, and then we're going to paste some code in here. So we're going to click Get Started. And then we're going to log into our Aweber dashboard here, right? So this is our Aweber dashboard that we're logging into. So we can link Aweber, see, by Aweber Communications Inc. So we can log our Aweber to our website. We can link them together, you know, sync them, tie them together. So you need to put in your login name for Aweber. Mine's just my email address. I didn't worry about creating a username. I wasn't that pedantic. Then the password. Now, when you first set up Aweber, you should have written this stuff down, right? You should have written your username and your password down. If you didn't write them down, well then, and you can't allow, like you can't log in this way, open up Aweber in a new tab up here. So open up a brand new tab, go to Aweber login, and reset your password. Allow access. If you put in the wrong password there, it won't allow you access. Now, a lot of people get Chrome to save their usernames and passwords. Preferably, I don't do that. I have a notebook beside me, a hard-covered notebook, that I write all of my passwords down. My notebook is a hardcover notebook, and it fits easily in any pocket that I have, a shirt pocket, a jean pocket, a trouser pocket, small pocket in my backpack, or my, you know, a handbag. Well, I don't really carry handbags, but bags. I usually, you know, so I can basically carry that pocketbook around with me anywhere, so I can log into anything of mine from anywhere. So if I happen to have left the house and I don't have a laptop or anything with me, I've got my pocketbook with my passwords. I could go to a internet cafe, dump some money in a computer, use an incognito window, and log into whatever I need to check it out or do whatever. Okay. When I first started this business, I didn't have a laptop. I just had an iPad. So on many occasions, you know, many days that I would have off when I had time off from my job, I could be found down at the internet cafe dumping $2 coins into the computer. Well, usually I used to just pay, so I would go into the a nice small internet cafe that was reasonably quiet, that a lot of people didn't use, and I would pay the guy, you know, for 4 or 5 hours, $2 an hour. So I would pay for multiple hours, and then I would sit there, you know, for the 3 or 4 hours, and my daughter or somebody would, you know, run in with a coffee or whatnot, and I would do what I had to do on the internet cafe computers until I could get myself a laptop. All right. So what we're going to do with our Aweber now, we've got this code. We need to copy this code. So you just click in that box once and it will highlight it. Then you just right click on it and copy. Now I'm using a mouse on a Windows operating system. Okay. So with my mouse, I clicked in that box. I right clicked on my mouse and I copied that code. So I'm on a Windows operating system with an old-fashioned mouse that plugs into my laptop, okay? If you're using an Apple, the process of saving the code may be different for you. If you're using a Windows without a mouse, the process of saving this code may be a little bit different from you, okay? So what I'm trying to get you used to understanding here is that you will never be able to do everything exactly as you see it in any tutorial when it comes to computers and online, because your system and how you've got your laptop, desktop, iPad, phone, or whatever set up, you will need to do things slightly differently to the instructor to cater for your system, right, from where you're working from. So just understand that. And that's the same with WordPress. Not everything on WordPress has to be done exactly the same as you see somebody else do it. There can be variables, hundreds of variables on WordPress, because WordPress is a content management system, but the actual content management system comes with tons of templates, which are called themes, and then there are hundreds of thousands of plugins which can affect everything from the function of the site to the design of the site, right? So there are hundreds of thousands of multiple variables when it comes to having a WordPress website. So just keep that in mind. So we've copied our code. We're going to go back to our website. We're going to paste our code into there. Paste, and then we're going to click Finish. Finish. And then it'll bring you to these advanced options. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's really up to you. I'm just going to untick that side. I'll just leave this side open. I'll just do the one side. You don't have to do both sides. I'm just going to click in here. I'm going to select the list. Remember, that was the new free videos list. You can add tags here if you want. If you don't know what that means, just leave it empty. You can change this label here, sign up to our newsletter. I'm going to leave it at sign up to our newsletter because I did use the word newsletter, remember, in the title of my opt-in forms that I created. Analytics event tracking, you can tick that there, and then you can click Save. So then it says changes made to your subscribers lists have you saved successfully. All right. So that's saved successfully. That's done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Forms. And as you can see here, you can split test forms, but it's going to show up a form, right? So there's one form here. At the moment, I haven't got it installed on my website, but that's for this list here that says Marketing Made Easy. As you can see here, if I go through here, I can see every single list that I've got. So I'm going to click on New Free Videos, and you can see that I have the three forms that I created for this list. So while you were watching me, I created the newsletter for the blog, and then I created the free newsletter sign up for the page. I did that. I didn't actually record that one. I'm really sorry, but it's very similar to this one here. You can preview your forms, so you can click there and it'll open up in a new window. And that's the form that I created with you watching to go at the bottom of the blog, right? So that's one form. And if I go to here and I click on this here, preview, this is the other form that I created. Very simple form, not much to it at all. And as you can see, sign up to our newsletter for some free videos and other cool stuff, okay? So that's the two different forms. Sign up to our newsletter to get free videos and some cool stuff. So two forms, okay, 1, 2. So now I can install those on my website. So I can close those tabs. I can close this tab. And you can basically install these forms anywhere you want. I mean, there is one other form for this all-in package. I'll click there. I'll show you that form. This was just a example I did for another member who wanted to actually use the all-in package and collect a name and stuff at the same time. You know, so I was just showing them how to do that and create a little campaign for that. But anyway, you know, that's beside the point. So I'm just going to close that as well. Now, as you can see here, these things here are called short codes. So it says name, then it says short code. And this here will tell you how many displays, how many times it's been displayed. So it's been displayed 7 times, this one. How many submissions? There's 1 submission. On this website, you won't find any of the forms because they're not on this website anywhere. And here tells you your conversion rate, right? So you get a little bit of tracking data inside of your Aweber plugin. That's another great thing about the Aweber plugin. You have the ability to do split tests if you want. You can create split test forms inside of Aweber when you learn a little bit more, but just go with the basics to start with. Don't worry about the advanced stuff. You can always learn that step by step as you go along. Sometimes it's best to just start with the simplest of options and just keep using the simplest of options over and over and over again, repetition, until it all starts to click together and make sense to you. Then you'll find that you'll be ready to learn some advanced techniques. The great thing about this plugin is you only need to install this short code anywhere on a page, in a widget area, in a footer, and then that form will come up. So let's just start with this form here, and I'll show you the 2 options. So I'm going to start with this form here. I'm going to copy the short code, copy, and I'm going to put it in my widget, my sidebar, right, as a widget in my sidebar. So your sidebar is an area where you can put widgets. So I'm going to go to Appearance, and then I'm going to go to Widgets. So you just scroll over the word Appearance, and then you click on Widgets, and you come into Widgets, and this is your sidebar, okay? So this is the sidebar on my blog, so I'm just going to leave that where it is. And here I've got the Aweber sign-up form. So I can use the Aweber sign-up form widget if I want, or I can just use a custom HTML widget, or I can even use a text widget. But I'll use the sign-up form widget here, and I'll click here, and I'll go main sidebar, and then I'll click add widget. Okay, so it's added the widget here. So now I'm going to select a list. So I'm going to select the list. I want the new free videos, and then I'm going to select a form, right? So I need to select a sign-up form. So I'm going to go to free new video newsletter sign-up form, and then I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to close that, and I'm going to drag this widget to the top of all these widgets right under the search box so you can see what that looks like. All right, so you don't need to save or anything. Now I'm going to open up my website in a new page. So I'm going to, in a new tab up the top here. I don't want to overwrite this tab I'm on. I want to open a new tab and keep this tab open as well. So I'm going to scroll over the name in the WordPress admin panel. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to right click on visit site, and I'm going to open link in a new tab. Remember, I'm using a mouse on a Windows operating system. But you can do it with the scroll pad as well. So I'm going to scroll over that and right click. I'm going to click on that, open in a new tab. This is going to open up the website in a new tab. Here's the website. Remember, I've haven't done anything. I'm going to click on posts because that's where the sidebar is, and that's where you'll see the widgets in the sidebar. So I'm going to come into here, and there you go. See, sign up to our newsletter for some free videos and other cool stuff. Now I know this looks a little bit weird here. I should have actually created a proper widget sign up form, but that's okay. It'll still work. So it's there. It's, it's very large. But that's what a widget is. A widget goes in the sidebar. This is another widget, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, meta. That's another widget as well. And I will say to you, I'm going to take you back into widgets. I'm going to show you how to remove this meta, because you don't want to leave this on the post page of your website for too long, because this is what happens. Hackers can actually use that meta widget to hack into your website and figure out how to log in, right? So you can go into site admin and you can log into your website, you can log out, you can access. So we're going to go back into our widgets area, and I'm also going to show you how to remove the meta widget. I generally remove all of these as well. I usually keep categories, but I don't set that up until I've started actually creating categories for my posts. So I'm going to go back into my WordPress website, and I'm going to remove the meta widget. So I'm going to click that open, and I'm just going to click on delete. And that's removed it, okay? So it's gone now. I don't have to worry about that. If I go back to my website, and it is there, if I reload the page here, you'll see that that disappears. And there you go, it's gone. See, no more meta widget. And I can remove these other widgets as well. So, but yes, that's one way to use the Aweber sign up form. Now I'm going to use the Aweber blog sign up form and show you how to put it at the bottom of a blog post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to posts, all posts. Click cancel. Close that off there. We'll go to posts, all posts, leave. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to pick one of these blog posts. I'll start with the Hello World post, and I'll show you how to put a sign up form below that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on edit post. Now with my blog posts, when I'm working with WordPress, and this is only with my blog posts, I always, actually 99% of the time, very rarely have I ever created a blog post where I used something other than the WordPress editor. So when you're creating blog posts, even on a page builder website, the WordPress editor will open up. There's a reason for that. And I mean, it's a very good reason. And the reason I use the WordPress editor is because if anything happens in the future, I'm not happy with the host provider that I've got my website on, and I want to move my website over to another host, I can actually easily, simply save, like export my blog posts in a zip file, and then once I've moved my site over, then I can delete them all off of the site. Then I can do a backup and save the rest of the site, move it over to a new host, and then the easiest thing to import back in is that file, that zip file of my blog posts, and I don't have to worry about doing any design features with the blog post. Same as if I change my website over from the theme that I'm using now to a different theme. If I built my blog posts on the WordPress editor, I don't have to worry about changing the design features of the blog posts, only the page content. So let's just say, there's this blog post here. Let's just put some sample information there for the heck of it. This is a demo blog to show beginner WordPress webmasters. We'll call you webmasters because that's what Google considers us to be. And as you can see, I have got some spelling mistakes here, so I need to put that, and I need to go there. How easy it can be to use the Aweber for WordPress plugin by Aweber to install opt-in or sign-up forms both the same thing on their website at the bottom of a blog post. There we go. All right, so that's enough information there. I can now click enter and I can put a sign up form below that. I can center the form if I want, so I can go to there. And all I need to do is see this Aweber symbol here. I can click on that and I can click in here, please select a sign up form. New free videos. So I can go newsletter blog and I can click OK. And there's the sign up form there. All right, that's simple. If you can't see the Aweber symbol there for one reason or another, you can just paste that short code that you copied. Remember how I showed you to copy that short code earlier on? You can just paste the short code there, see? But I'm going to delete that. Alrighty, so then once you've got that done, you can give your blog posts categories. So I can put here, I can put Aweber, oops, dyslexic there, forms. There we go, and I can add the category. I can untick uncategorized. In my tags, I can go Aweber forms, or just go Aweber forms, opt-in, and I can go blogs. And then I can add the tags, okay? And those tags can be transferred across to here if you like. And then I'm going to go down and I can give my blog post a featured image. I don't think I have many featured images in here, but let's see what I've got in here that I can use. Any one of those will do. This dude here will do. This looks all right. So we will add that as a featured image. When you're doing a featured image, make sure you fill in your alt text, describe the purpose of the image, leave empty if image is purely decorative. I always put alt text in there and I always put a description in here, okay? So I'm not going to do it now because it'll make the video too long, but it's set as a featured image. All right, so that's good. There's the featured image. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click update. And I'm just going to let that finish loading. I know it's still finishing loading because I cannot see everything at the moment. Right now, once you've saved that, right, this is going to look like code. Don't panic because it's not this end that you need to worry about. What you do is you click on View Post. And when you come into your blog, there's your featured image. And when you scroll down here, you've got that little bit of information I put there. And there you go. You've got a sign up form down below your blog post. Okay. You can use a smaller sign up form. You can create a smaller one. You can make that one smaller. But I just wanted it nice and big and bold so you could see what I meant. And so I could draw attention to it for you, right? Normally I wouldn't use something this big. I would use something much smaller than this for a sign up form underneath the blog post, but that's what it looks like, right? Now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go to the dashboard. Anyway, so as you've seen, that's how you install a a sign-up form in a blog post. So that way you don't have to put it on every blog post. So I've shown you how to put a sign-up form in the widget bar, and I've shown you how to put a sign-up form in the blog post. So when people go and read the blog post, you've got a sign-up form at the bottom of your blog post. All right. So I've shown you how to do both of those. It's easy enough to do. So in the next video, we might tackle installing the form on an actual page. Alright guys, this is Sandra signing off. I hope this video was helpful. Bye for now.